Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing an easy brow tutorial. First we're going to start off with our MAC brow pencil and the color Stud. Alright, the first thing we're going to do is start off by using little short strokes lining the bottom of the brow. Next, you want to go ahead and do those same short strokes within the hairs of the brow, just to make it look a little bit fuller. Next, you want to go into lining the top of the brow, filling in that brow with short hair-like strokes. You're then going to repeat those same steps on the opposite brow. Both of my brows are different. One is higher than the other, one is thicker than the other. They always say that our brows are never twins. So, just you can try to make them look as close as possible, but one day we'll get there. Then you want to take a brow brush and kind of just fade out any bold dark spots. Fade it out, make it look a little bit more natural so it's not so bold. Next, I'm going to go ahead and prime my brows. I usually prime before I fill them in, but it's okay. I go ahead and prime around my brows because I do get oily in my T-zone area there. Next, I'm going in with my concealer and corrector palette from MAC. I'm going to be using two shades here. It'll be the top two actually. Next, you'll have a concealer brush. I like to use a painter's set brush specifically because it's flat and it applies product very well. I'm going to dip that brush into my concealer, get it nice and covered just on a tip, just enough for it to have a bold application. Use little strokes up against that bottom line where you want it to be lined up to look like you either have a fresh wax or a fresh tweeze. You can add more product to the brush if you like, just for a bolder, precise look. So here I do bring down the concealer onto the eyelid because I do have darker color pigmentation on my eyelids. So just to even that color out there and to have some brighter eyeshadow colors show up, I use a lighter concealer. Next, I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer Brush. just to pat into that concealer, pat that concealer into the skin, make it look a little bit more even. I learned to start patting because it just makes it blend out a little bit better than swiping. So on the eyelids, always pat, don't swipe unless you're like trying to blend into other concealers or other colors, but patting will always get it to look more realistic and more bold. Now moving on to the top of the brow, we're going to go in with a darker concealer that's darker than the one that we used on the bottom of the brow, just to make it look a little bit more natural and blend up into the forehead a little bit more naturally. You just want to make sure that you're using a decent amount of concealer, not a lot, not too little, because you don't want it to look blotchy, so that the concealer, well, when you're shaping your brow at the top, it's a little bit more precise and more neatly looking when you apply just a decent amount of concealer onto that brush. So after this, I really didn't realize that my camera had shut off, so I didn't get to finish filming the other side of the brow, but it's literally the same thing. I do want to thank you guys for taking the time to tune into my channel. See you next time, guys. Bye.